All right, welcome everybody. Chris here. We are heading down to Springfield, Illinois. It has been 5 years since we've been here. That was during COVID, so we are excited to actually get inside Abraham Lincoln's house and the old state capitol. So come with us as we explore Springfield, Illinois on this little weekend getaway. Thanks for coming, and let's enjoy. It's been 5 years. We made it back to Springfield, Illinois. It's a feeling thing?
Yeah, it actually seems like we can actually touch
We can actually touch things?
Yes. So, like in the museum, you can't, but here you can.
Oh, oh wow, that feels cheap.
I was just going to say, does it feel like it's sturdy?
It feels like, not a schleg.
How funny. How funny.
All right, got our stamps. Stamps. Acquired. They got Gibraltar's here.
Oh, no way!
We're not even in Massachusetts.
We're not even. They got. How did you pronounce it?
Gibraltar's?
Gibraltar's. We had the lemon and the peppermint, and they said they tasted the same to me.
All right, so Fido, Lincoln's doggy. Fido.
They have little.
All right, so we are waiting for 9:20. We're going to meet our tour group at Theater 2 5 minutes before. Here we go, our Gibraltar. First commercially made candy in America.
I remember those.
The Prairie Lawyer. We are real close to historic Route 66. All right, so we get to watch a little movie. Back. Cool kids sit in the back, right?
Cool kids sit in the back. Duh.
CJ, what do you know about Abraham Lincoln?
He was 16th president, but he was at, and he stopped slavery, but when he was at his statue of him sitting on a chair, he got shot. In the head.
Special tickets. March 22nd. All right, so it wasn't a movie. It was just her going over the rules and stuff of the house. She said I can take you guys in there with us, so that was cool. I thought we weren't able to record in there. Maybe that's George Washington's house. I was trying to remember. All right, you got to get out. Took the strollers. I'm gonna go put it behind the white fence, not to ruin the aesthetic of Abraham Lincoln's house.
So this is the home that he lives in for 17 years before he heads off to the White House. And this is what it looks like whenever they leave. However, it's not what it looks like whenever they move in. Whenever they move in, it's actually going to be a one-story cottage-style home. It's going to look a lot like the house across the street over there. As they live here, however, their wealth grows quite a bit. So does their family. They have 4 sons. So first we're going to add on to the back of the house, and then we're going to add on up to that second story. Now, so it's not too bad out here. I'll talk a little bit about the neighborhood before we go in. So we own these 4 city blocks. And as you can see, it's set up like a historical neighborhood. So the houses out here would have been here during this time. These houses are from the 1850s, and this is what the neighborhood would have looked like.
1850s.
Go in without a tour guide. That house right over there, called the Art House. Let's talk about the restoration processes. The house that I pointed out just a second ago over here is called the Cornell House. That house is going to talk about the people that lived in the neighborhood. It's not the only one that lived here, believe it or not. And this house right here is called the Dean House. It's going to talk about those changes that happened in the home. Just 3 different dioramas of how the home grew over the time. If you guys want to see this. So we have different displays outside as well along the street that you guys can read about the people that lived here. If you're interested out here too. Any questions?
There's his hat.
From the picture over here, that he does have a statue of his own head on that shelf. Then we have these doors right here. These are some of our original doors. So I ask you not pulling down any of them. So these doors come personally tell you that. So you can imagine Abraham Lincoln sitting at that desk right there. Anywhere from 8 to 13 delegates come through the front door back here to Lincoln and they say, Lincoln, would you like to be our presidential nominee? And what does he say?
Mom.
Look at that desk. It's so crazy. It's really pretty, actually. Can you imagine?
There's his hat.
And the boys would be allowed in here, so I kind of like to paint a picture of what we might have on any given day. On the ground here, we have the boys wrestling. And by the boys, I do mean all of them, including the biggest one himself, Abraham. So you put those pictures on the table into the box, you look through, and you're going to see some 3D pictures.
All right, steep stairs.
Steep stairs.
Shaking Lincoln's.
We'll go downstairs.
The chamber pot there. And that is there's a lounger or a bedroom.
All right, got this bedroom.
Get your very own chamber pot.
That's pretty big, huh? And we get to go to the bathroom right there.
You're going to use that pot down there, and I don't want that house to be gross. Instead, in just a second, when we head to Mary's room, we have her original commode.
All right, so this is Abraham Lincoln's bedroom.
They say like his mirror is like haunted or something, and people see like ghosts are hidden in that mirror. Or something.
Is this where he keeps his vampire hunting stuff?
I think it's over here on his.
Oh. All right, so he used to sit here with the candle lit, working late at night.
Here's Mary's room.
Is this his vampire hunting kit? All right, look. There you go. All right, so this is original designed wallpaper that they had restored. So there's the chamber pot, little commode. It's Mary's room.
How many kids you fit into one room? So they ended up having 4 sons, not all at the same time.
And then I'll hold his hand down.
The first is going to be that stove there. That is going to be original to the Lincolns, and it's Mary's pride and joy. So Abraham buys this for her, and everybody lasts surprisingly low.
So that's where the kids used to throw firecrackers off on the porch.
Yes, we did. Yep, we saw that today.
All right, so you can still see the drainage. There you go, and keep the lumber. There's the outhouse. Oh, you can go with friends. So you still get the wood sidewalks and stuff. So Abraham Lincoln's feral children jumping out here, throwing fireworks at people. Free range children. All right, so they said you can go into a couple other buildings here. So we didn't get to do that last time we were here. We just kind of walked through the neighborhood. So kind of interested in going into the couple buildings that we can go. All right, so there's information about the houses, artifacts, some plaster, some marble, light fixtures. I'm working on it. Jar rim. These walls could talk. This is all the information of the people that used to live in here. The Springers, the Arnolds. And the Cooks. 1892. Ceramic tiles, Davidsons. So. Panorama.
Pretty glass.
Nails.
Alright, so here's stuff that they found while digging.
Plaster and lap.
Alright, so construction zone. And fixing all these old houses. Restoration. Alright, Liddy, what do you want to show me? You want to show me nails? Is it? There you go. Little dots. Nails. What's that? That's a joint. So they would hammer those down to connect the boards. Alright, heavy corner bracing. Where is this line? Your joist. Last. You got cut nails. There's the joist. Studs right in front. That's not a 2x4. That's like a 3x4. Look at that. They cut that sway brace like way into it. That's crazy.
What kind of nails did they use?
These nails.
Oh. Do we still use these today?
We use these nails.
Those ones, yeah.
This is a casing nail.
Okay.
This looks like a cut nail for
Is that-
nailing into concrete.
What's that one?
Kind of maybe a trim nail.
And that
That's
one?
a roughing nail. That's a finished trim nail. So.
Look, you can stick it on the holes and stuff. That's where the nails are.
All right, so there's your carriage houses. Yeah. I assume outhouse, right?
Yeah.
Where we keep our wood probably underneath the porch.
So I learned that there used to be like modern homes next to all these historical thingies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, kind of. Right?
And then they removed them.
And then they removed them. And then when they removed them, they found artifacts like
Okay.
glass.
So there was probably a house here.
Yeah, there was like an actual like brick house, like a one of the brownstones from like Chicago. They used to have them here, and then they
Jamming.
removed them to make it all historical.
All right, cool. Placing the side. All right. Let's see. Focus. It's not focusing very well. Whoa. Anyways, we'll do it this way. Without the construction fence. All right.
It's become a shrine in
There you go. Historical photos. Becomes a shrine.
It's very cool. Millions of people have visited the Lincoln home.
It's an old bussy. All right. Doing it. So these are the other people that lived here. You can click on them and learn more and more and more. Underground Road.
William Don Lincoln.
Was the conductor on the Underground Railroad. He once helped a girl escape enslavement by disguising her appearance and voice.
That's cool. Springer. He was from Pennsylvania, and he came at 27. He performed all the approximate. Oh, he did marriages here for the African American members of the 57th United States Colored Troop. Oh, that's so fun.
I am the main character in your life story. Who will you
I
impact?
think
Dude,
I don't feel so,
welcome.
I don't feel so good.
Alright, so Leah was saying that you can watch and learn about them. Then you follow the color to find their information.
Yeah.
So, pink takes you over here. Charlotte. So that's a maintenance building.
This You can tell because it says it.
It says it. And that was their address plates were their
I was
names.
going to say that. Their names or their address plates. They weren't numbers. Which is kind of annoying. It's like,
Yeah.
Thomason House? No.
No, they don't live here no more. All right, since I was running low on memory space on my phone, we took some pictures here of the neighborhood. So there's a little gappage happening in our adventure for today. Did you see this? That used to be Lincoln's right there.
That's his backhoe?
It's his backhoe.
Oh. What? Is Mary? No.
That's Mary's house. That's his backhoe.
I hope she's aware. That's his.
We're gonna go inside the Harriet Dean house. All right, so this is what his house looked like before they did all the additions.
That's what they said.
Sugar,
Little tiny people.
sugar. I found 4 chickens.
This is Abe. Where's Abe?
I remember the
They took down the fence. They're remodeling. Look, there's a fashion trend happening.
Oh, what's up, Abe?
Abe and Buddy.
Abe Lincoln. All right, is this the final one?
Yeah, and she's like, Abe, can you go get some eggs from the thing?
There's a house.
It's a big old carriage house back there. All right, we're gonna walk out to the middle of the road. And there's the Capitol. Not the original Capitol. All right, Abe Lincoln with the kids.
Abe Lincoln?
Hey, Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln. Is she really this tall?
I think he.
Is she tall as you?
Same size as him.
So this big guy sat in those little chairs. All right, so we ended up back at the same pizza place as we did last time. Like I said, my memory space was running really low, so wasn't able to take a lot of video here. Sat there, started deleting a bunch of old videos, visited the old lawyer's office, and then as we were taking pictures out in front of the old Capitol, a woman popped her head out and said, "Hey, we're open. You guys can come in. We're doing a special event here for spring break. So come on in." Inside the old Capitol. Like an old post office. All right, inside the rotunda. Okay, so that was the library. So what looked like the post office was the Secretary of State. The Illinois Supreme Court. It's in this little room here. Holy cow. It's a little office. Or a little courtroom. What? That's crazy. This is where they made laws for Illinois. It's funny, you got this huge column in the way. All right, this representative. We got upper balcony seats.
No.
You remember this? So here's the representative. All right, now let's go check out the Senate chamber. The more sophisticated representative. Whoop. I got a baby on me. Pretty, we got some swords and stuff. Officer swords. A couple more guns. We got some muskets. Civilian rifles. Officer swords. Alright, public instruction. Alright, this is the governor's. Here's the reception for the governor. There's a big old chain there. Alright, so this is where the governor used to hang out, huh? Little picture. Still got that chain hanging there. Lincoln's in the house.
You have a Q&A time at the end. This is about a 15-minute session here, so if you need to leave earlier, that's okay. And this is about Lincoln's House Divided speech. So I'll give you a little background on the speech so you're kind of up to speed on what it means. And also I should say one last comment. This was the Republican convention. The Republican Party was kind of new. It's only 4 years old. So there's a president of the convention. So he addresses the president, not the president of the United States, the president of the Republican convention. Okay? Got me? Any questions? Okay. Mr. President, gentlemen of the convention, if we could first know what are we on, and whether we appear to be tempted, I think we could all better judge what to do and how to do it. We are now far into the 5th year since the policy was inaugurated with the avowed object and confident purpose of putting an end to the slavery agitation. However, under the operation of that policy, that agitation has not only not ceased, it has constantly augmented. And in my opinion, it will not cease until a crisis shall have been reached and passed. A house divided again itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure permanently half slave and half free. I do not expect the Union to be dissolved. I do not expect the House to fall. But I do expect it will cease to be divided. It'll become all one thing or all the other. Either the opponents of slavery will arrest its further spread and place it where the public mind shall once again rest in the belief that it is on a course of ultimate extinction. Or its advocates are going to press it forward until it becomes a light lawful in all of the streets, old as well as new, north as well as south. Now, think with me. Have we no tendency to this latter condition? Let anyone who doubts carefully contemplate that now almost complete legal combination. It's like a piece of machinery. It's comprised of the Nebraska Act, the Dred Scott decision, and the present court and presidents. It says, subject to the Constitution of the United States, neither Congress nor any territory can exclude slavery. But what about free states? I'm not going to talk about that just yet. That point is made traditional men can go out and fill up the territories with their slaves without ever coming into any danger of losing them as their property.
There you go. A Donner Party. So we got to the beginning of the Donner Party. But yeah, did you see that? This is where the Donner Party started their ill-fated journey towards California. Eventually we'll get out by Lake Tahoe and Donner Lake for the Donner Party.
That would be cool.
If you guys are familiar with the Donner Party.
Donner Party for one.
Yeah. It's a wagon trail that didn't go so great. They tried to take a different path, got stuck, took a lot longer, and yeah, ended up eating some people. So yeah, some history there.
Super sad.
So, yeah, but a lot of those people made it to California and have you ever heard of a horseshoe sandwich?
I haven't.
Maybe we should get one out here.
Shaped as a horseshoe.
Yeah, that's the cut of the meats. Abe's Hideout.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my horseshoes. Open face sandwiches. Look at it's a horseshoe. I don't know if I got buffalo chicken, but I don't know if it looks like a horseshoe like the meat looks like a horseshoe. But it's covered in fries and cheese. Buffalo chicken. Got blue cheese.
I'm gonna spread it for you.
What do you got? Just a Reuben?
Reuben.
Yeah, nice.
Happy toast.
Marble rye.
Marble rye with French fries and a pickle.
Nice.
What do you got?
You got a flatbread, pulled pork, chicken tenders,
Sweetness.
sliders. Yeah. All right. Abe's Hideaway horseshoe sandwich. Done. All right, so that'll do it for this video. We head back on Route 66 back up towards Chicago, so that'll be in another video. So please come back and watch that one. Like and subscribe and comment, and we will see you guys on the next one.